And listen to me, I promise you this is costing you money. What we getting ready to discuss today, this is costing you money for sure. For sure. For sure. All right, listen to me. We got to dive all in. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Nope, it's not. I don't want to discuss menu and interviews. Tina, me and you on the same page about that. I don't want to discuss menu and interviews right now. I want to even go back before menus and interviews, okay? I want to discuss something that's even that precedes the garbage menu and the garbage interview. I want to talk about something that precedes that, okay? I want to talk about the correct approach to F&I. Listen, after the live that I did yesterday, I had a finance director reach out to me. I won't say who you are, okay? But you're probably going to be on this live. But I had a finance director reach out to me. And he reached out to me about 3 stores, okay? He's got 3 different franchises under one rooftop, okay? 3 different sales teams, 3 sets of F&I offices, 3 separate F&I managers, okay? Now, what he told me, because I told him, listen, you got to get, in the live yesterday, I was talking about what's costing us, what we're not doing to show our value inside of a dealership. And one of those things is getting the F&I managers out of the office onto the showroom floor and participating in sales meetings. That's what I was talking about, okay? And I put strong emphasis on a finance manager getting themselves out of the office and making people aware of their presence. See, the fact that they're present and the fact that they're helping out, the fact that they're being seen, the fact that they're bringing value to the showroom floor and up on the desk and dropping jewels in your Saturday morning meetings, see, that's dropping value, that's building value in finance managers. But look, so I had a director reach out to me yesterday and he said, Shaka, listen, I got 3 different franchises under one rooftop. I got 3 different sales teams. I got 3 different F&I offices. I got 3 different sets of F&I managers. He said, how? It's hard. It's hard for me to get them out of the office. It's hard for me to get them out of the office. It's hard for me to get them to participate in Saturday morning meetings. It's hard for me to get them to do one-on-ones with salespeople. It's hard for me to get them to go up to the desk and help desk managers. It's hard for me to do that. And I said, well, dude, what are you doing about it? What action? If you're the director, then you are the one that implement the processes in your F&I department. If you are the director, then you are the one that gives direction in your F&I department. You are the one that runs your F&I department. So, if it's hard for you, then what you need to do is go in there and press the action. These are things that are costing you value or worth to your F&I department. And if anything costs you value or worth, perceived, now listen to me, perceived value or worth, if there's anything that costs you perceived value or worth in your F&I department, you better believe it costs you money. Woo! You better believe it's costing you some dough, right? So I said, you got to go into your F&I department and you have to press the action. You have to be the one that's leading from the front. If you're the F&I director and you're asking your F&I managers, your F&I teams to go out, work with salespeople, be seen on the showroom floor, take TOs with customers, go up there and help work the desk and go on Saturday sales meetings and drop jewels, then listen to me. This is something that I need for you to do. I need for you to start leading from the front. And you know his reply to me was, man, you know, it's just too hard. It's too hard. I don't know how to do it. It's too hard. And I said, hey, what did I just tell you? Like, what did you just get from this 15-minute conversation I just had with you about what steps you need to take? He said, well, you said that I need to go in and press the action. I need to go in and insist and persist about the process that I want done in the F&I department. I said, yes, that's exactly what I said. He said, his reply to me was, but it's too hard. But you know, it's too hard. And listen to me. In this entire conversation, I stayed on the phone with this guy for a half hour after my live yesterday. And throughout the entire thing, throughout the entire conversation, every time I said, okay, you need to take this step, his reply was, it's too hard. I said, okay, you need to take this step. His reply was, that's too hard. You need to take this step. His reply was, that's too hard. I said, listen to me, man. You're approaching it incorrectly, and that's why you're falling short. That's why you can't get your finance managers to do what you're asking them to do, because you're approaching it correctly. You need to get out of your own way. You need to get out of your own way. See, if you want to do something in F&I, if there's a result that you're going after, if there's a target that you're shooting for, then you need to first believe that it's possible. You need to first believe that you can get it. You need to first believe that it's doable. See, you got to get out of your own way. You have to stop telling yourself what's hard, and you got to tell yourself that you got to put in hard work. See, you got to stop telling yourself that it can't be done, and you have to start telling yourself, I've got to ramp up the action that I take. See, come on. You got to stop telling yourself what's hard and what can't be done and how challenging it is. Listen to me. Every success that you're going to get in F&I is an uphill battle. You will always be fighting the battle of success uphill. That's how it will always go. So you have got to get out of your own way and believe with your whole heart that it can be done, and that all you have to do is take enough action and persist to get it. I had to hang up with this guy yesterday. The dude was really draining me. He started draining me when I started predicting that everything that he was going to say after every action I told him to take was, it's going to be too hard. I said, dude, listen. I can't listen to me. If you are in your own way and you refuse to get out of your own way, there's nothing I can do for you. That's the first time I've ever said that to somebody on a coaching call. There's nothing I can do for you. Until you get out of your own way, until you stop telling the person in the mirror what can't be done, then listen to me. There's nothing that I can do for you. The first person you have to sell is yourself. The first person you have got to close on what's possible and the success you can get in F&I is the person you see in the mirror every day. You've got to close yourself on it. And once you close yourself on the possibility that the results are real, then you just have to take action to go get it. Come on. See, listen to me. It's not supposed to be possible for a high school dropout with no education, who the last grade I finished in high school was the 10th grade, to build $1 million company. Come on. I'm not supposed to build $1 million company. I'm a high school dropout. I'm a teenage father. I'm a teenage runaway. My biological mother left me when I was 2 years old, but you know what? None of it matters. I kept on persisting. Why? Because I knew it was possible. Come on. I know what's possible, so I kept on pushing and fighting and scrapping, and I kept on bringing value to the marketplace. And I need for you to do that within your store because you're valuable enough. But I need for you to believe that. I can't believe in you more than you believe in you. Know that the success is possible. It is for real. Listen, and it's not magic. There are people who came in front of you that created success in the F&I department. Why not you? It's not because it's impossible. Why not you? Why? Because you're standing in your own way and you keep telling yourself what you can't do. You keep telling yourself you can't run a clean CIT. You keep telling yourself that you can't sell big products or massive amounts of products on cash deals. You keep telling yourself that a Subaru store is hard, a Volkswagen store is hard, a Volkswagen store is hard, Toyota store is hard, Honda store is hard. You keep telling yourself that until you run across the stores that are running beast mode numbers the right way. Right? You keep telling yourself that the desk has to pack products into the payment. You keep telling yourself that you need payment spread. You keep telling yourself that you need the front end to keep planting seeds for you to sell your product. When in reality, you don't need none of that. All you got to do is skill up, and you got it. And you got it. All you got to do is skill up, and you got it. Become a beast at closing so you can generate whatever revenue you want to, and you can make as much money as you can earn in F&I. Come on. Woo! Come on. I'm fired up today, man. If y'all can't tell, listen to me. Get out of your own way. You will be your best asset or your worst enemy. Let me say it again for those in the back. In F&I, you're going to be your best asset or your worst enemy. Now, the guy that I was coaching yesterday, after the live call, that guy was clearly his worst enemy. But when he decides to change that, when he makes the decision and then commits to this decision to be great, when he starts saying, okay, I'm going to do what a finance director does. I'm going to start directing the finance department. I'm going to start giving directions on processes. I'm going to start giving directions on what needs to be done, steps that need to be done, duties that need to be done to create success in F&I. I'm going to start doing what a finance director does. When he stops telling himself what he can't do, and he starts pushing and insisting that it be done correctly to generate value in that department, then guess what? The dude is going to be a beast. Come on. But you got to, listen to me, you got to sell and close yourself first. So that's the first thing, man. Get out of your own way. Real talk. Come on, Derek. Tell them, man, for the ones in the back. Tell them. Jared, come on, man. Tell them for the ones in the back. The ones in the back can't hear me. The ones in the back blowing me off right now. The ones in the back talking about, oh, Shaka don't know what he's talking. The ones in the back talking about, oh, Shaka just talking about his trading platform. The ones in the back are the negative ones. The ones that are always reaching out the platform looking for a job. The one that's always talking about the pay plan being changed. Yeah, the ones in the back. But I'm talking about the ones in the front. The ones that refuse to settle. The ones in F&I that refuse not to be great. Those are who I'm talking to. The ones who demand so much value, so much worth, and so much respect in their dealership that their GM dare not change their pay plan. Dare not step in their way of greatness. Dare not fuck with them every day. Yeah, I said it because I'm fired up. Come on, woo, let me bleep that out, man. But I'm talking to the ones up front, not the ones in the back who complain and talk about what they can't do. I'm talking about the ones in the front who demand to be valued based on their skill set, based on their attitude, based on the worth, based on all the value they bring to that store, based on the customers they bring to the store, based on the customers they help close on that showroom floor, based on the revenue they generate the F&I department, independent of the sales desk. See, I'm talking to them. Not the ones whose pay plan gonna get changed today. Not the ones who's going to end this month short on the numbers so they're going to end up getting fired from their store. I ain't talking to them. No. Them are the ones in the back who don't like listening, right? Who don't like soaking up knowledge. I'm talking to the ones in the front who refuse to quit on the success that they can get in F&I. Come on. Come on, Jay. Come on, man. And listen to me. Point number two. Point number two, be careful of what you tell yourself in F&I. This is one of the biggest mistakes you make. You have to be careful, ultra careful of this. I need you to listen to yourself too. If you walk around in your life talking about what costs too much, if you go to Walmart and you look at TVs and say it costs too much, if you go to Best Buy and you look at smart refrigerators and you say, nope, I can't buy that, it costs too much. If you go to the mall and see the shirt that you want and you say, oh, that's $170, it costs too much. If you go to a shoe place and you say, oh, I like those Ferragamos, but it costs too much. If you go and see a nice dress and you say it costs too much. If you see a car that you want, you say, oh, it costs too much. If you don't shop at Whole Foods for the mere fact that you perceive that it costs too much, if you're using this language in your life, then I need you to understand something. If you are a reflection of your customer, meaning when your customer comes in your office, they sit down with you and whatever payment you hit them with, whether it's $35 higher for your service contract or $135 higher for your service contract, every one of your customers are going to tell you it costs too much. So if you are the person in your life that walks around complaining and talking about everything costs too much, this costs too much, that costs too much, then listen, when your customers say it, then you will understand it. It will resonate with you. It will make sense to you. And it will be harder for you to close that customer. Why? Because it makes sense to you. Because you use that same language in your own life. You are a reflection of your customer, right? You walk around talking about it costs too much, and so does the customer, so you guys are in agreement about it. See, you got to change that about yourself. John Dawson talks about the wiring. He talks about the wiring up here. Right? You got to change the wiring within yourself. You got to stop using language like that. You got to stop walking around talking about something costs too much, and you have to understand that F&I's got zero to do with money, but everything to do with value. See, people buy what they see value in. In reality, when they walk in your office and say something costs too much, they're really saying, listen to me. Number one, I'm preconditioned to come in here and tell you it all costs too much. Number two, all I'm asking you to do is dump more value on me. Remove that BS menu out the way and give me some value for what you're asking thousands of dollars for. Come on, man. That's what they're asking you in reality. But since they say, hey, it costs too much, and you refuse to go to that restaurant that you want to go to because it costs too much, then when your customer says that, you can relate. Therefore, you're putting a hurdle in front of yourself and you don't even know it. Come on. You don't even know it. You can't even see, but you're putting all your own adversity and objections and resistances in front of you. Come on. You have to change your wiring, man. You have to change the wiring, okay? You can't allow things to cost too much to you. You can't walk around and see things as in they cost too much. You have to see things of value and say, okay, if it's valuable enough, I will spend the money for it. That is, it is not a money issue. Money is the most plentiful resource you and your customers have. You have no other resource more plentiful than money in your life, I promise you. But the fact that you walk around, you're conditioned to see everything as money and how much it costs. That's what you're conditioned to do. Yet, you try to sell thousands of dollars of product to customers who also are conditioned to see how much everything costs. So when you're sitting down trying to sell them thousands of dollars of product, of intangible product at that, when they sit opposite of you and they say, I don't want it, it's outside of my budget, it costs too much, then you don't know how to close it. The first thing you have to do is address your wiring. You have to address it. It can't make sense to you. Listen, when a customer sits in front of me and tells me it costs too much, that don't make sense to me. It automatically doesn't make sense to me. What do you mean it costs too much? Listen to me. You already agreed. You already agreed to pay $500 a month. Without this product right here, you already agreed to pay $500 a month. And listen to me. You didn't agree to pay $500 a month for 1 month. Oh no. You said, I'm going to pay $500 a month every 30 days. And then you didn't say, listen to me, you didn't say, I'm going to pay $500 every 30 days for 1 year. You said, you agreed to, I'm going to pay $500 every 30 days for 5 or 6 years. And then you got nerve to come back to this office and tell me that I got something in here that possibly costs too much? Come on. Come on. You got to get out of agreement with it. But in order for you to get out of agreement with it, you can't just say it. It's something that you have to live yourself. You got to believe it yourself. You got to be convicted about it yourself, because if you are not, then listen to me. You are putting challenges in front of yourself that you don't even know about. Come on. So stop. Listen to me. I want you to go back and rewatch this live. Rewatch it. Apply it. Listen to it and really ingest it. Right? Stop hating on yourself. You can't hate on me. I'm all right. I'm going to be all right. So whatever people in the F&I, when you can't hate, whenever you resist training, whenever you resist knowledge, listen to me. You're not hating on me. You're not resisting me. You're doing it to yourself. I'm going to be fine. So listen to this live again. Ingest it. Listen to it and say, okay, what from this life can I take to better myself, to better my skill set, to take me to the next level so that I can start making money? Because that's what it all equates to. And it don't equate to money just right now. No. See, when you become a beast in F&I, It equates to money now and all types of money in the future. It equates to promotion now and all type of promotions in the future. It creates a career for you now and a fantastic career for you in the future. See, that's how you have to look at it. You got to look at the long game. What is me being a beast in F&I right now going to do for me in 10 years? Woo! It can put your name on the building if you go after it like that. You can become a name. You can generate so much revenue and generate so much value for yourself inside your store that your owner may want to partner with you one day. Come on. You keep on looking at the short game, yet there's other people looking at the long game who keep on passing you up. Become a beast in F&I. Come on, Carl. Talking about you need to change before you have to. Absolutely. Come on, y'all. Listen to me. May 6th. May 7th, Atlanta, Georgia, Closers Masterclass. I want to see as many of you here in Atlanta as possible. Don't make excuses, make it happen. Don't make excuses, make it happen. And listen to me, Dealer F&I University, dealerfiuniversity.com. Come on, man. If you haven't skill set trained yet, come on, man. Become part of it so that you can become a beast. If you want to know more about Closers Masterclass, reach out to me via Messenger or shakadyson.com/Closers Masterclass. Come on, man. I appreciate you all being part of this live. Come on, man. Brian Williams, very true. Thank you so much. Tina, love today's lesson. Very well said, and I could not have agreed more. Tina, appreciate you so much. James, appreciate you guys so much. You don't know how much you guys mean to me. You don't know how thankful I am to have you guys on this live. It really means the most to me. So thank you guys so much. Now let's go create some greatness in F&I. Peace.